All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So there was a report that came out yesterday by ESPN, maybe 30 minutes to an hour before kickoff. It was about Zach Wilson, and frankly, it was concerning. Chris Mortensen went on to say that the Jets are trying to get Zach Wilson grounded because fundamentally he's falling apart, and that was the main reason why the team went out and hired John Beck, Zach Wilson's personal quarterback coach, in the pre-draft process, right, this past offseason. And I was a huge fan of the move. I feel like a lot of Jet Nation was a pretty big fan of that. I mean, who wouldn't like that? John Beck is a guy that obviously knows Zach Wilson well. I would go as far as to say that John Beck is not only just a mentor to Wilson, but he's also a friend. He's been in Wilson's shoes, obviously playing quarterback at BYU, second round pick made by the Miami Dolphins. This was a guy that, he wasn't some 15-year franchise starter, but he's been in the NFL. I mean, he was in the league for a while. 2008 until 2012, spent a couple seasons in the CFL, I believe, with the Lions. Point is, Beck is not Tom Brady, Beck is not Aaron Rodgers, but he's seen live bullets. He has been a part of the NFL. He's been in practice. He's been in meeting rooms. He's learned multiple offenses. He has been in Zach Wilson's shoes. And to have a guy like that in Zach's corner from here on out internally, I think is going to be huge. I mean, John Beck is no longer this external quarterback coach out in Utah that you can only communicate, over FaceTime and phone calls and texts. No, he's going to be there. He's going to be in meeting rooms. He's going to be at practice. He's going to be on the sidelines to help Wilson through his struggles. So I think it's great. I love this move by the Jets organization, but circling back to the initial problem here, the initial issue, which is quote unquote Zach Wilson fundamentally falling apart. I mean, you read that as a fan and you're like, this is not good. We're halfway through the NFL season and our rookie quarterback, our second overall pick, is fundamentally falling apart. Not a good sign. That is not what you want to hear at all. So I'm disappointed for sure, but I gotta be honest, I can't say I'm surprised. We need to take a look at the facts. Yes, Zach Wilson is a rookie quarterback in the NFL, but going back to his college days, this isn't, Kenny Pickett, 5-6 years under his belt to learn, study the offense, have tons of reps. No, Zach Wilson is only 22 years old. 22. He only played one full college season, which was last year, 2020. It was the virus season where they benefited from a pretty easy schedule. He missed a lot of time back at BYU because of injuries. So Zach Wilson is 22 years old. He's starting for a team that doesn't have tons of talent around him. This isn't the Green Bay Packers, the Chiefs, or the Bills. No, this is the Jets. This is the team that had 2 wins last year. A team that was picking second in the draft. In other words, the second worst team in football. So not tons of talent to go around. You look at the head coach, Robert Saleh. It's his first time being a head coach. He's trying to implement his culture. He's trying to right the ship. Everything was bad under Adam Gase. He's trying to come in and really turn this thing around. You look at the staff. Offensive coordinator, also a rookie, Mike LaFleur, first time installing an offense, first time calling plays, first time trying to develop a quarterback. I mean, that's like you getting a job. You show up on Monday for your first day, and the guy training you, your manager, your supervisor, it's his first day as well. And you guys are kind of learning on the fly, learning together as you go. Yeah, there's going to be mistakes. For sure, there was going to be mistakes. This team, Joe Douglas specifically, opted to not sign a veteran quarterback this offseason, even though there were tons of them out there, guys like Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, guys that know the San Francisco system. Brian Hoyer, he was out there. I mean, tons and tons of options. And the Jets opted to sign nobody until late into the preseason where we brought in Josh Johnson, okay, who, by the way, has looked good. But I mean, Nick Foles could have been available, through trade. It wasn't until around the trade deadline when the Jets added that veteran quarterback. It was Joe Flacco from Philly. We gave up a 6th round draft pick for Joe Flacco. Great. Moving forward, awesome. We have that veteran presence, but where was he in training camp? Where was the veteran presence in preseason? Where was the veteran presence in the first chunk of the season? We could have really, really used a guy like that. With all of this adversity, Zach Wilson has had to overcome a lot. Now you throw on top of the mix that he actually does have an injury history. Like, he isn't he isn't made of steel. I mean, going back to BYU, he's had some upper body stuff, and now he's dealing with the PCL, and it's looking like it's taking a lot longer to come back from it, and he's still not 1,000% ready to go. So you're looking at the offensive line. It's not perfect. We have a couple of awesome pieces there, like AVT, Mekhi Becton hopefully should be back from injury. I feel like this entire Jets team is banged up, but hopefully Becton comes back soon. AVT has been playing some great ball. Morgan Moses was hurt against the Dolphins. I mean, this offensive line, it's not the best. They were getting destroyed against the Dolphins pass rush. There has been a lot of issues, a lot of adversity for Zach Wilson to take on here. So I got to be honest. Even though it's disappointing, it's frustrating that Zach Wilson could be fundamentally breaking down as far as like mechanics and whatnot are concerned. But that's the risk, that's the roll of the dice, if you will, in starting a 22-year-old rookie quarterback that might not be 100% ready to play, a guy that has had some injuries in the past, an average at best offensive line. You're entrusting his development to a rookie OC, a guy who hasn't done it before, and you're not providing a veteran presence, a veteran quarterback presence in that room. That's the risk you take. So disappointed, yes. Shocked, unfortunately, not so much. But as crazy as it sounds, there's actually a couple bright spots from this ESPN report. Number one, it shows that the Jets are actually being proactive with Zach Wilson, and we're not looking at Wilson as some sort of God, as some sort of, divine quarterback, some sort of savior. That's how the team viewed Sam Darnold. Geno Smith was put in a very similar situation as Sam Darnold, where it's like, you better save the franchise. We're not going to give you much help. Go out there and do it. We have these high demands from you, even though the supporting cast might not be the best, even though the coaching staff might not be the best. We still expect you to go out and lead this team to, tons of W's. It seems like with Zach Wilson, we're taking a really cautious approach, and that's the approach that the Jets should be taking here. I mean, at the end of the day, we talked about his age, we talked about him being a rookie, we talked about him having potential as a star quarterback in this league. You don't want to take a guy like that and try to rush the process, try to prematurely get the most out of him, force him back if he's not 100% ready to play. If he's not fully confident in the knee, we're not throwing him to the Wolves and saying, save us. We drafted you second overall. The fans want to see you, but you better go out there and throw for 350. It's not that approach. Hey, he might be fundamentally breaking down. We're going to go out there and hire his external quarterback coach, personally hire his quarterback coach and John Beck, add him to the staff, a guy who isn't with an NFL team right now, to ensure that this fundamental breakdown does not happen. Oh, your knee is not 100%? That's fine. We have Joe Flacco. We traded for Joe Flacco. We still have Mike White here. He can, hold down the fort. If you are not ready to play, if you are not comfortable, if this breakdown is occurring, you're not playing. You're not going to play until until the dust settles, if you will. Positive number two, when he does come back, it's not like it's not like the same situation that Sam was in and Geno was in, where it's one receiver and that's all you got. Geno had Jeremy Curley. There's not this humongous lack of talent all over the place. Elijah Moore is coming off the best game of his career. He has tons of upside. Michael Carter is turning into one of the better backs in the AFC. I mean, how encouraging is that? Corey Davis was signed on the multi-year contract. He can play in this league. Yes, he struggled this season, but he's still a formidable NFL player. We still have guys like Keelan Cole and Jamison Crowder. It's not like if Zach Wilson gets in there, he's going to be having to, play hero ball like Andrew Luck did for the first half of his career. No, he has guys that he can lean on, and that's great. Mike, and this isn't really, a positive point from this report, but just another thing that I wanted to add. Mike LaFleur is now in the box. Okay, we have not seen the Zach Wilson plus box mode LaFleur in action just yet. We've seen some Mike White, we've seen some Joe Flacco, but we have not seen Wilson and box LaFleur as a tandem. You would assume that he would look a little bit better. That's where LaFleur wants to be. That's where he's been the last couple of weeks, really since the offense has picked up, okay, post-bye week. So I think the future is bright, and I'm happy that this Jets organization is taking a responsible approach with Zach Wilson. We're not throwing caution to the wind. We're not rushing him out there. We're not saying, save us, save the franchise, it's all on you. No, we're taking responsibility and we're making sure that everything is aligned for Zach Wilson's success moving forward. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I mean, this news is definitely disappointing. You do not want to hear that. I mean, when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But again, there are some bright spots from this, and hopefully the best is yet to come. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It's been a tough season. Not many people expected it to go this bad, including myself, but I do appreciate everybody sticking around. Anyway, thanks so much, and as always, go Jets.